All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Black Sheep Podcast. If you're watching the podcast, that means you're at my YouTube channel, which hasn't had a video on it in years. But yeah, welcome back to both me and you. And if you're just listening to the podcast, I'm new here too. I don't even know what program I'm going to be using yet. But yeah, let's get into it. My name's Matt Atman. As most of you know, and some of you may not know, I dropped a clothing line at the beginning of February. And yeah, I figured why only make it a clothing line? Let's spread the brand, baby. So yeah, I want to spread the brand. Going to do a podcast. I'm going to find some cool other things to do with the brand, but the brand is called Black Sheep. And when I dropped the brand, most people knew why it was called Black Sheep. If they didn't, it's cool. But I figured, why not just make a video, make a podcast about what it's about? I want to make this podcast weekly. Hopefully. I said that when I made YouTube videos, and oh, there's my baby Thor. If y'all are watching it, that's my baby Thor right there. He's about to pounce on somebody. But yeah, I wasn't consistent with YouTube. I hope to be more consistent now. Like my YouTube videos, nothing scripted. Everything's just coming off the spot. But unlike my YouTube videos, I'm not editing this. I'm just gonna post the whole thing. No cuts, no edits. It's all just coming out, man. Yeah, let's get into it. I think I covered all the intro stuff I wanted to cover, and if not, we'll get back to it next week. But Black Sheep, it's not a secret that, I am considered a black sheep in a lot of areas in life, whether it be family, friends, other. And, a lot of people probably like, oh, did he give himself that name? No, I didn't. I didn't even know it really was a thing until not too long ago. I was pretty naive to it. Luckily I was able to go to a school where I didn't feel too judged if, I wanted to do one thing rather than another. So instead of playing a sport, I was very involved in music and theater. But that's not always, what people want you to do. They want you to be, the athlete for some reason. I don't really know why. It's not like many people went further with their athletics after school, but it is what it is. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, being a black sheep, and I'll just talk based off of personal experiences, you get judged over the weirdest shit. Let's talk about everything I've been judged for and seen differently for and treated differently for. And it stems from, again, the stupidest shit. The stupidest, in my opinion, let's talk about it, is dyeing your hair. If you've only known me for a few years, you may not know that, yes, I used to grow my hair out. I used to dye it cool colors. It was actually really cool. I actually kind of miss it. I might want to start doing that to my beard. But anyway, yeah, being judged for dyeing your hair. It's crazy. God, I just can't even fathom it. Like, really? You're gonna... Anyway. And then, of course, the tattoos. As soon as I got number one, it was, whew, man, this guy's going to prison. I don't know. But yeah, that, it's not your body, bro. I don't get why you're upset. And that's where I'm kind of going with all this. All these people judge you, but, nothing you do affects them. Your tattoos, your dyed hair. If you want to paint, if you're a dude and you want to paint your nails, if you're a girl and you want to dress like a boy, it doesn't affect them. If it makes you happy, cool. But it does, cause people to distance themselves from you or treat you different, maybe not invite you to places. I know how that is. I know how it is not being included in things, whether it's with, family or other people. It's just crazy. So that's what I wanted my brand to be for. I want it to be for people who, if you want to dye your hair, if you're a dude and you want to paint your nails, if you're a girl and you want to dress like a dude, if you want to get tattoos, pierce whatever part of your body, go after a career that, not many people go after. If you're watching this, here's my other little kitty cat, Stormy. Oh, well, there was her tail. She's not into affection. Where was I even going? Oh, yeah. So, people, and even just weird shit, man. people get judged because, let's say, they want to identify as, whatever they want to identify as, or if they want to date somebody outside of their religion or their race, or date somebody of the same sex. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. It does not affect anybody else but yourself. So do you. God, it just gets me irritated, man. And I'm not here to call people out. I'm not here to make people feel crappy about themselves. I want this to be so that people can either look and say, oh man, I relate to this guy, or I don't relate to this guy. This guy don't know what he's talking about. Maybe just stop. Okay? Take a breath. If you're offended by anything I'm saying, maybe take a step back and be like, wow, maybe I shouldn't be so judgmental of people. But yeah. So my brand is really for people who feel like they are just treated different because they have different opinions or different just ways of life. I mean, God, I couldn't imagine being like some people in my life that just need to please other people instead of just being happy with who they are. That's just unimaginable. I mean, if it's cool with you, cool, but it's not me, fam. God, yeah. And it's crazy. Again, so I don't even know. I think I mentioned this and I kind of got off topic, but a lot of people were like, he gives him the title Black Sheep. He gave it to himself. No, I didn't. I never knew it was a phrase. I never knew it was a term until recently. And it's funny because I say recently because it was really a few years ago where I stepped back and people like said stuff to me, kind of making it clear that I wasn't necessarily treated, the same as other people just because of how I dress, of how I talk, of, who I surround myself by, what I do with myself, like getting tattoos or piercing my ears, painting my nails, dyeing my hair, whatever it is. I just grew up that way. I thought that's, how it was supposed to be. And I look back, I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. But yeah, people brought it to my attention. People who I had never met before, they had only heard things of me. They meet me, they get to know me, and they're like, oh man, this guy is actually pretty cool. It's like, what do you mean actually pretty cool? What'd you hear? God, there was, one time a couple years ago, I went somewhere, and this guy who was doing work for, people that know me, this guy was doing work and he saw me, he goes, oh, it's the Black Sheep. I think that was really like the first time a random person, I don't want to call him a random person, I've met him maybe 2 or 3 times in my life, but not for him well enough to come up to me and call me, oh, hey, it's the Black Sheep. That happens when people are comfortable talking to you about somebody else. Yeah, this dude didn't know me. So yeah, he came up, he goes, oh man, it's the Black Sheep. I thought it was funny. At that point, it didn't bother me. But it's just crazy. I mean, think about that. Somebody who doesn't know me can only possibly have heard things about me from, family or other people. It just was comfortable coming up to me and being like, oh, hey, it's the Black Sheep. It's just wild, man. Wild. But I embrace it. I do. I love being different. I love that I'm not like, other people, because I truly don't want to be. A lot of people just seem miserable, but they seem like they're doing things that they're doing to please other people, and it's not for me. So yeah, I don't got too much tea for you. I don't want to upset anybody or get too specific. But yeah, I mean, if you're watching this, hey, what's up? Thanks for sticking around. If not, it's cool. I don't get a lot of support from people you would expect me to get support from, but then I get tons of support from other people, and it's fantastic. You guys are fantastic. I love it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's known who supports me, who doesn't support me. It's very well known. And it sucks because I know I'm gonna end this. I know I'm gonna end this first podcast. And I'm going to say, oh, damn, I want to talk about that. But that's why I like doing this. I'm not cutting anything. I'm not editing anything. I don't want to script. It's not cool, man. You don't get the point across. So, next week we'll talk about, I want to do every week a different topic. But, I might, if I forget something today, I will start next week off with anything I left off today's. But for now, let me end it off with a few things. Hold up. So basically, my brand, Black Sheep, it's for anybody who just feels singled out, whether it's in a family or a group of friends or, just just any sort of group, if you just feel left out or singled out because you don't act the way they want you to act, you don't do what they want you to do. Again, it's crazy. I mean, God, fucking when I dyed my hair, God, people freaked out. Painting my nails, people, side eye. People freaking out when I date somebody outside of my religion or date somebody outside of my race. I mean, it doesn't affect anybody else but myself. So mind your business and just be happy that I'm happy. And back at you as well. Like, if you're happy, fuck other people's opinions. If you're happy, just do you, please. Because you don't want to be like these miserable people. You don't. And we don't need more of these miserable people around. So that's that. And secondly, to the people that support me, I truly appreciate you. And to the people that don't support me, and this is about to get really dark. I don't mean to make it get this dark. And when I say what I'm about to say, don't take any sort of like in between the lines, like subliminal messages. Don't take this anywhere other than what I'm about to say, because there's no hidden messages. I love who I am. I love life. I love being here. I love where I'm at. It's fantastic. So when I say this, please don't, again, take it any other way, because I truly love who I am. I truly love being here, and I hope I'm here for a very long time. But something I hate seeing is when, something terrible happens to somebody, whether they get sick or, unfortunately they pass away, because any of us could be gone tomorrow. Something I hate seeing is like all these people that like didn't really give a fuck about that person or didn't, support them. All of a sudden they want to be around, or they want to act like they support you, and they want to share your stuff and, like and comment on all your stuff on social media so that people like think that they were like always around for you. And it's so sickening. So if you're going to be here, be here. If you're going to support. And if you're not, just don't. While I'm here and while I'm not. That shit just pisses me off, man. And I think it's best that I say it and I have it recorded for it to be here forever. Again, if, God forbid, because I love life and I love being here, if something were to ever happen to me, don't go on Facebook posting my shit, saying how proud you were of me doing this, doing that. Be proud of me now. And that goes to anybody, if you distance yourself from anybody in your family or, people you went to school with and you kind of want to have a relationship with them, whatever it is, be there while they're fucking here, man. Because it's just so crazy to see people not give a fuck about people, and then they die, and all of a sudden they want to be like, oh man, he was so creative, they were so this, that, whatever. Be here or don't, whatever, but don't fucking act like a dick. On that note, man, I think that's it for this one. I think it is. I'm sure I'll get off and I'll be like, oh damn, I wanted to do that, so I might jot down some notes on my phone. But next week will be a different topic. Let's talk about social media next week. Can talk about how I somehow got banned on Facebook, somehow got hacked and caused my account to be banned and whatever, crazy story. But no, let's talk about the toxic traits and the great traits of social media next week. But until then, I think that's all I got for you now. I think I'm really afraid to end this because I feel like I have just so much more to say about the term and phrase black sheep. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm gonna hate it when I end this. I'm over here talking to myself. But that's why I like no script, no edits, no cuts. It's just me, man. Yeah. Until then, I'm gonna end it off on that. Until then, stay beautiful, stay yourself. Stop judging people. All right. Peace out, Girl Scout.